showtime.
Bags are packed. We have our documents. It's time to go on another cruise. Let's go. We're on our way to Tampa to get on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander to celebrate their announcement of purchasing another ship. This is going to be their third ship to come out late 2026. But for now, we're going to go see the Islander.
Make it new. You can't fight it when it feels so true. You got me crazy like no one else. The final moment before I lose myself. And it's no use working 9 to 5. If you want more than to stay alive, so come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do.
Well, Lisa and I just suddenly realized we left all of our equipment back at home. Every bit of it. So we're going old school.
And now that we are cruising in mid-flight, you better watch out for that kryptonite. So come on over, we can make it through, make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, we're dancing. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through, make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh. As we look up at the stars in the sky, did we ever stop and wondered why we let our love shine all through the night? Just you and me, babe, until the morning light, the morning light. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, keep dancing. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Don't be out of sight. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, we're dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning, stay up until the morning light.
Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome to the show. If you are new around here, oh, that's not what I'm supposed to do. Here we go. I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. The Tall Man. This is my lovely wife, Lisa, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone ever calls her that. We are coming to you live, gearless, on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander, surrounded by storms. So let's see how this goes. We hope you all had a fantastic week. Happy TGIF and Friday the 13th. We are on our very first cruise here on Margaritaville at sea and the Islander, and we're celebrating all kinds of stuff, and we'll get into that as the days go on. So hopefully you guys have a good week. Let's say hello to everybody. Macrina, hello. Let's go. Sail on, sailor, in honor of the Beach Boys, Brian Wilson. There you go. Dr. Cherie, hello. How are you doing? Patricia, ahoy matey, how are you doing? Gina, good to see you. Mama Tall Man, there you go. Happy Friday the 13th to you. Good evening, TMZ. Good evening. How are you doing? Carol, good to see you. Tom, you can see the lightning over here, so. See, this is what happens every time we come outside somewhere. The storms show up. Thank God we're going, old school, because we can just grab the computer and run. Hopefully you guys can hear us okay. Let me maybe turn the microphones up just a little bit there. There we go. Good evening, Bev. Again, I think I said hello to Tom already. Ashley, hey! How are you? Oops, how did we forget everything? We're going to talk about that in a minute.
Yes.
Hello, EJ. Danny Mac. Yeah, there's the Max. Thought you were going back to real work for a while. After this, we thought we'd sneak a little surprise in there for you. Love the open air live too. We do as well. Macrina, we love to be outside. Hello, Roderick. How are you doing? Welcome to the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. I doubt they have Starlink, do they? I don't know. I will say the internet is not fast, but it's fast, just fast enough. I had to lower the stream down to its lowest resolution, which I think is like 540, which requires like almost no bandwidth to broadcast, and it's just enough. By the way, the wiggling you see is actually my computer being blown by the wind. As I mentioned, we are in the back of the ship here. We're right outside the Tiki Bar. There you guys go, Tiki Bar. All right. We can't get any closer to the Tiki Bar because there's music. I can't get any closer to the back of the ship because there's too much wind, and so we're in about the only place we can be.
We may actually be able to scooch up a little bit because I'm not hearing music right now. I think they did turn it down for us.
Hang on.
He's going to check that out. We had made a special request that the volume be lowered a little bit for us so that we would be able to broadcast and not get slapped by YouTube. And I think they have done that, and we just, when we were setting up, it was still pretty loud. So I think Robert's checking it out right now, and he seems to be moving some things around. So I think we're going to be picking up this computer and running over there here momentito. So if you'll bear with us for just a moment while we transition, we'll move over. We'll have some brighter lights, and here we go.
We're going to move. That'll protect us from the weather and give us some light at the same time. There we go. Put our backpack up here. Sorry, y'all. Hopefully you can hear me. There we go. So we're actually inside the Tiki Bar. Of course, there's a big light behind us. I don't know. How's that? Well, we're trying to get some good looks for you here, so.
There we go.
Anyway, put my glasses back on so I can read everything. So
All
today was embarkation day, day one, and so we left the RV, put all our stuff, we thought, in the truck, and away we went. Yeah, thank you all for the thumbs up. Appreciate you. So we make the drive to Tampa.
About an hour and a half.
We pull up. I put it in park. I open the door, like okay, time to get the stuff, and then it dawned on me, I didn't grab the 2 suitcases that carry all of our equipment, our tripods, our cameras,
Our
lighting,
lights,
our microphones, the Duo, the mixing console that actually runs all of that. There's also some other computer equipment that help power all of that. Yep, all in there. All of our cabling, extra batteries, everything in those 2 suitcases. It's not that it's gone. Oh, we're probably gone.
Oh no.
Is that any better? Are we back?
I
dang
see
mother
a couple
buffer.
more people popping in.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we're back. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Part of that due because we moved.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yep. And the
So
speed
hopefully
is a little slow.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be okay now.
Yep. Are you seeing us? Are we live? Are we live? We'll go over the story again once we know we're back.
Yeah.
Lots of people are popping in, so I guess we're back.
It looks like we're back.
Let us know when the buffer stops. We had to move. Oh, better with the light. Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know though. I'm looking at my hair.
Yeah.
I'm a windblown mess right now.
Well, there was music playing out here,
Yes.
but we made some friends already, and they lowered down the music that's out here for us long enough to have our show. As we were getting ready for the show, it was still pretty loud, so we're like, we needed to go out there. So.
Yeah, so special thanks to Vasile and Sebastian.
Vasily.
Vasily, thank you.
Vasily and Sebastian.
And Sebastian. Yes,
Yep.
thank you.
It stopped. Awesome.
Yes.
So I was telling you our day. So we got everything in the truck, drove an hour and a half, pulled up to the terminal, put it in park to get out and give the porter our suitcase. And the second I put it in park is when I realized I did not grab the suitcases with all of our stuff in there.
I think it dawned on both of us at the exact same time.
Yeah. So all of our cameras, microphones, lighting, everything that we use outside of the computer is back in the RV. All of it. None of it. Of course, now they're turning the music back up again.
It's
Oh,
just a
somebody
person
walking by.
passing by, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're going old school. We have just a computer. That's the only thing I have is just a computer. Thank you. So we're going to go old school, and we're going to do it. So anyway, so we get to the terminal. We had a 10 o'clock boarding time. And, talk about smooth. I mean, we gave the porter our luggage. We walked right in, basically right through security, right up to check in, which took a minute. I mean, it took, wasn't 1 minute, but it wasn't 20 either. Maybe 5
like,
minutes?
I wasn't even
Maybe?
going to go that long. Maybe 2 minutes.
No, it was a little bit longer with that person. Got to take our pictures and scan the
Yeah,
passports and
maybe
all that
so,
stuff.
yeah.
And they give you your key card right there. There will not be a hole punched in it, but they give you a key card right there in the terminal. And we got them punched once we got on the ship.
Yeah, you can get
Thank you for
punched
the
at guest services.
So anyway, we then literally right onto the ship. We didn't have to sit and wait.
No.
Right
I mean,
onto the ship. Thank you
Quickest
for the thumbs
ever.
up.
Thank you.
So, boom. We're like, wow.
Yeah.
So, you know what we do. We go and get cabins. So we actually videoed 18 cabins. So we'll have 18 cabins for you tomorrow night. Which is every single cabin category on the ship. Yeah. Anyway, and so there was that. Again, really smooth. Went and had some lunch. You saw a little bit of the food there in the intro, a little highlights video. Welcome back, Morning Light, to the intro highlights. And the pizza's actually pretty good. We can only go top 5, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. So, yeah, the buffet, we can talk about that for lunch. Actually, we're not going to talk about the buffet completely until tomorrow. Today, it seemed like it was limited offerings. All the stations were not open inside, outside, anywhere. It was like, call it a half a buffet. Not sure why. So we'll wait till we get tomorrow, full day at sea, see what's going on, go through breakfast, lunch, and see if that's the norm or what's going on. Because that's part of what we're trying to figure out, because we've never been on this cruise line before. So,
And we didn't look anything up in advance, so we're walking around clueless.
yep. So we're flying by the seat of our pants. Like I said, we have some help now
Yeah.
with Vasily and Sebastian and Diane. Diane, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, we have Diane too.
Can't forget
So-
Diane. I apologize for that.
There you are. So yeah, the food was pretty good. The offerings that they had, and there was that.
Tasty.
So now, since we got on board early, our suitcase was supposed to sort of show up with us. It didn't.
No.
So around, I don't know, 3:15, 3:30, he's like, should we have our suitcase by now? I'm like, yeah, let's go look for it. So our cabin steward went looking for it, and at about that time, it was time for the lifeboat drill, which for any of you who are part of our Facebook group, if you're not, we have a Facebook group. It is a private group. Just go ahead there, facebook.com, search for Tall Man's Cruise Adventures. Answer the 2 questions. It'll let you right in. All right, the 2 questions. What was your first cruise? And adhering to the group rules. All right. Anyway, I posted a picture up there because it was time for the lifeboat drill. And they do it old school.
They do.
And so we were on the outside of deck 3, smushed up against the bulkhead. Now, we actually got there a little late, so we were all the way at the front, so we really weren't squished. We were all the way in the front.
But they actually allowed a little bit of spacing.
bit.
We've been on the old school ones before where they literally push you. You're bumped up into people.
I promise
there
you,
was room in between us.
The people in the back were not happy.
Yeah.
I promise you. We get a little extra space. They were.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yes. And so, here we go. We have an announcement.
We have an announcement.
Well, hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to here. I'd like to say welcome aboard to each and every one of you that don't forget.
Orlando.
Coming up in just about 15 minutes,
That's fine.
it's under the stars. Underwater Theater, which is located on deck number 2, all the way to the front or forward portion of the vessel.
I hope you're hearing them.
Your Wrinkle variety welcome aboard show. Now tonight's show is going to be starting the entire cast of singers and dancers, alright? And also you get to see our magician on board, Rich Mapora, and our comedian will be in the show as well, Jay Whitaker. Now folks, it's a phenomenal show. Need to wait to say welcome aboard, show you all the fun that you'll be having for this cruise. 9:30 sharp, we're going to be starting. And then at 10:30, we have a performance of the production cast. Once again, entertainment pop-up, Margaritaville country, with a performance like no other. 10:30 sharp, in the flip-flop atrium. Then we're going to make our way to the back. Then we have a pop-up with our acrobat inside of the nightclub tonight.
Acrobat.
Folks, we have an
Didn't say
acrobat
acrobat,
for
did he?
the plan for you.
I think he said acrobat.
He said acrobat.
To the Stars Underwater Theater for showtime. Bye-bye for now.
Okay, off the wall for now. All right, there we go. So hopefully you guys heard him and didn't just hear us sitting or heard nothing while we're sitting here, but he was actually kind of loud. Speakers right there.
Yeah.
So, so the drill again, old school, but it was fairly quick. They came on, went through their little spiel as quickly as possible. They blew the horn before we ever got down there.
They did. So we didn't have to listen to it there yet.
And showed us how to put the vessel on it, and away we went.
Yep.
Took some pictures, talked to the guitarist, and that was it. It was basically, we had to go get our luggage.
Yes.
So that happened right after the drill. It turns out our luggage was also confiscated. So
Not only do we leave our carry-ons,
We left
our luggage was our back.
now we got nothing. We're like, great.
Got no pants.
Got no pants. You're going to be looking at this for 4 days. Yes, how long is the cruise? 4 days. 4 days. So it turns, again, we had gotten with our stateroom guy, and then we went to, anyway, it had been confiscated. So they had to go downstairs to deck A, which is below deck 1 or deck 2, whatever it is, the bottom deck. And there
was a long line of people that had their bags taken.
Yeah. There's a lot of rules on this cruise ship,
Yes.
in this cruise line,
Yes.
that are different.
Yes.
The biggest one that I learned while we were standing there is you cannot bring a bottle of wine onto the ship.
Correct.
Like you can other cruise lines.
Any liquids, soda, wine, you can't bring any of that.
So people that had brought their one bottle, their bags were marked for to be. You have to go down and get it. They scan it again and then take the stuff. They tag it so you can get it back at the end of the cruise.
Yeah.
Unlike at TSA where you just lose it, like our sake just gone. TSA, LAX, sake. It was duty free. Anyway, you get it back at the end of the cruise. So there was a lot of that down there.
Yes.
We got flagged because I had a pair of pliers in the suitcase. When we do our gimbal to gimbal thing, it takes a pair of pliers to put on and take off the connector thing that makes my dual gimbal thing work. And I need to have the tool. Anyway, they let us keep it, but we have to keep it in the cabin.
That sounds like a story for our group cruise.
Yeah.
The gimbal thing.
The gimbal thing. Anyway, so hello, Cruises Forever. We are on the back deck, deck 9, back of the ship on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander.
Yes.
So anyway, again, once we got all that sorted, just back to the cabin. 20 minutes before we had to be down for dinner, we're like, let's go. So we went to dinner. We had dinner in Finn's, which is the main dining room. If you don't do any of the dining packages, any of the specialty dining, this, that, or whatever, Finn's is going to be your dining room. You want to pull up the menu?
I will be happy to pull up the menu.
Talk about what we had for dinner tonight.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Here we go. Talk about the appetizers. I think we had them all.
Tortilla soup, baked potato soup. We shared. Okay. Vegetable biryani. Mima's meatballs.
We didn't share those.
Cuban croquette. Gnocchi. Watermelon feta salad. Caesar salad. All right. Santa Cruz fish, for the mains. Santa Cruz fish. Grilled brick chicken. Jerked pork loin. Garlic shrimp and Mediterranean eggplant. For dessert, there's a chocolate cappuccino icebox pie, peanut colada lush, and ice cream. I just had some ice cream. She actually didn't have dessert. She didn't really get through dinner.
I skipped dessert, let me tell you.
She skipped dinner too.
I had some of my chicken.
So by the way, again, if you are not part of the Facebook group, I will say this again. We're going to post the menu, all the pictures of the food, other content. We do all kinds of different things different on Facebook, on our Facebook group, than we do here on YouTube. That menu, along with all the pictures of the food that we ate, are going to be up there. Okay?
Yeah, later tonight.
Later tonight. So go to the Facebook group, answer the 2 questions. What was your first cruise? Group rules, and come on in.
And if you haven't been on a cruise before, what's today's word? Forget it.
Pliers.
Oh, pliers. Good one. Yeah.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, that would work too.
Literally, how can we leave the effing house without our luggage? How is that even possible? I mean,
I don't know.
I can't comprehend it. Someone was asking here. Let's back up, because someone's like, how could you leave without it? Everybody's back in a much better since you moved. So you moved and stopped.
Oh wow, there's a lot of comments.
Yeah, we went back. Sorry, everybody.
We did.
Was it who asked that question?
You've already passed it, because there's Danny Mac asking if we were going back to work.
All right, hello Roderick, EJ, Starlink. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah.
A little wind noise, but it's okay. Yeah, it's windier out there.
It is definitely windier in the back.
MJ, what's up? Finally caught my first live. What's up, MJ? How you doing? And we're on a ship and we're outside the cabin.
I know.
We're on the back of deck 9 out here in I don't know where we are. We're in a bar.
The Tiki Bar.
The Tiki Bar.
Yeah.
It's not the Tiki Bar. It's
It's the Tiki Bar. We're sitting outside the Tiki Bar. He doesn't believe me. He's
Tiki
going to go
Bar
check
and
it.
Grill.
Tiki Bar and
Tiki
Grill.
Bar and Grill.
Excuse me.
We're still learning the ship. We'll know it completely by tomorrow morning.
Yes.
EJ. Jimmy Buffer, right? Dang, Mother Buffer.
Oh no, Jimmy Buffer.
Gone. Yeah, live chat. Oh, Mother Buffer, Jiminy Crickets. Better with the light, it stopped a bit. Better volume, it stopped. Christy, you moved. Thumbs up for the patients, yes, it's fine now. Much better since you moved. Those 2 cases were not left outside the RV, I hope. No, they're inside. I mean, they literally, here you go, my friend. Sorry, they're taking the menus. Literally, they never made it outside the, we packed them up after our stream on Sunday, and they're sitting right by the door
so we wouldn't forget
of
them.
the RV. and left without them.
Our daughter says for future references, don't book a cruise on Friday the 13th.
It's the Mad Cow. Moving on. Much better. Thank you, Tom.
Yes.
Shows you are pros. Don't always need your equipment. Absolutely. Hey,
Hey, old school. This is
We-
how we started.
When we were talking with Vasily and Sebastian, I'm like, look, my hair could be on fire. I'm just going to go, hey, it's all right. We can deal with it later. We're moving on. Yeah. Hey, man, if we got to go this way, we'll go old school. It doesn't matter to me. However, there will not be balcony cam.
Yeah.
We do have a balcony cabin, which, we'll talk about that here in just a couple minutes. We see in here. Awesome. Hello, Danny Mac. Thumbs up, thumbs up. All good speed now. It's fine. Thank you. You're good. EJ wants to know, is the ship full? Yes. We are sold out. I don't know if it's max capacity, but all the cabins are filled up.
Yeah, max capacity is 2,600 passengers, and we are pretty darn close to it.
Yeah. So we are maxed out.
Yeah.
Galley may have needed to get their supplies in, hence fewer offerings. Potentially. That's why I don't want to, we're going to wait till tomorrow.
Yes.
And then, but like the salad area, it was
A little sparse.
It was a little sparse. The other food area, a little sparse. And because of which, the lines for the pizza and the burgers were just gigantic because there wasn't a ton of stuff opening. Now, ultimately, the food we got was delicious.
Yes.
So, it just seemed a little thin. But with it being a full ship, sold out, if you will, let's see if, what happens. Roderick wanted to know how long the voyage. I told you 4 days.
Yep.
So it's a day at sea. Then we're doing Cozumel. And then we're doing a day at sea, and then we're done. And I know it sounds like 3 days, but day one, when you get on the ship, that's actually your day one, right?
Yeah.
And so day 2 is a sea day, day 3 is Cozumel, day 4 is day at sea.
And
Done.
then, yeah.
So,
back home.
right? Day at sea, Cozumel, day at sea. I guess we can hear the announcement. Yes, we can hear the announcement as well. Awesome.
Okay,
Sounds like a
good.
fun lineup. Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
Right? So we're going to try to go get to see the show a little bit tomorrow night. It's just, timing's everything. But the funny thing is, not having our equipment, I don't have all that setup time. Now, I do have to make sure, like tomorrow's cabin night, have to make sure all of that stuff gets in there. But, man, I don't have to worry about the
Setup was a
lights and
breeze.
just done. Just to worry about this kind of thing. But I think we've worked out a deal with them that they're going to take the music and lower it down a little bit for us around 9 o'clock. And we can be out here every night. So,
Yeah.
hello, Cruz is forever good to see you. Your luggage went to the naughty room. No, well, that luggage did.
Yeah.
And in fact, it wasn't even in the naughty room.
No.
So when we got down there was a scanner over to the right and a long line of people with their luggage. All the luggage was over on the left in another little area. Ours was not there. Ours was on the right, by itself, on the opposite side of the scanner. So when we got up there, it was like they were all protecting it or something. Not that there was anything in there. It's clothes. Literally, that's all that's in there is clothes.
Yeah.
In fact, we only brought one bag. It's a 4-day cruise.
We usually,
So,
have two big
two
bags,
suitcases.
and we combined.
yeah.
Yes, we just had
So
one bag.
There's not even anyway. I didn't even know the pliers were in there. I thought they were in the carry-on stuff, but whatever.
Yeah.
Between the airport and now the ship. I know, right? Mama Tall Man says we're on the security list or something. LAX does. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Suck a sake. Yes, it does. Sucking up my sake.
Somebody did.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't us.
No,
They took it.
They took it. They had the left side of the menu and a Diet Coke. No, actually, I had a regular Coke. Homie. Actually having a Coke. We don't have the drink package, but I smuggled on a Coke.
Yeah.
Hey guys! Oh my God, another one! It's a little 4-day on Margaritaville at sea
Larry,
on the
you
Islander.
should talk.
We've again, this is our very, very first time on Margaritaville at sea, so
Yeah.
we're excited, and even more excited that they're adding a third ship, guys. I don't know if y'all heard that in the news. It came out while we were doing our Trans-Pacific, but they're the ones who bought the Costa Fortuna.
Yes.
Fortuna. We told you about that in a previous broadcast that Costa was selling another ship, and they sold it to Margaritaville at sea. And so it's already been announced. I don't know if it leaked or whatever, but it's going to be called the Margaritaville at Sea Beachcomber. The Beachcomber.
Yeah.
Hang on. a different applause. I got to go somewhere else for that. So, yeah, the Beachcomber. So, oh, you know what? The Facebook thing's been up there the entire time. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
So sorry, everybody.
Here we go.
So yeah, so and that's coming out sometime late 2026. No date specific, I believe, but first talk was in the news. At least what was broadcast on Costa Fortuna was that they were the handover was going to be late September. So of course it's going to have to go into be refurbed and turned into a Margaritaville ship. You know, with all the offerings they do here for Jimmy Buffett and stuff. So anyway. You left the luggage because you rarely travel. I know, right? Thank you for the thumbs up.
Thank you.
Denny says, are you sure you left it by the house? Maybe you lost it. No, we...
Oh, no. We know,
RV,
we know exactly
no
where
stop
it is.
until the port. We didn't lose it. It's literally right by the stinking door.
We know exactly where
So
it is.
funny. All right, hang on. We'll pull over here. I mean, just
Both of us.
the luggage. And I'm like, what time did you? Yeah, there's no way.
No.
We would have been pushing it. First of all, we definitely wouldn't have gotten the cabins,
Very
and we
true.
may not have even made it back in enough time to get on the ship before the deadline, because they do have a deadline hour, or they won't let you on. So it's right by the door of the RV.
Yes.
You're so used to cruising that it's second hat and left without. No, again, that's not true either, because our clothing goes in the truck the night before. We did that. The 2 suitcases with all the electronic equipment, because it's electronic equipment.
We put that in
I put that in the morning. I don't leave that out there at night. So it stays in the RV. It sits in the same place that it's been sitting for the other 30 plus ships that we've been on the last 2.5 years. It's Friday the freaking 13th.
Both of us just walked right by it.
Yeah.
You know, we were taking care of the RV, making sure everything was done. You know, we disconnect, the water hoses and things like that, so we don't come back to a mess with that. But, we were so focused on that and getting in the truck and
I got a
getting
haircut
away.
and shaved. Did that.
Yeah, and we just walked right by those carry-ons.
I shaved for you folks. Anyway, Macrina also says, tie your keys to the luggage and you won't forget it.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe.
yeah.
What's up? Oh, see, look at that.
What did you do?
I don't. Well, I had to change everything. So
Yeah,
hang on, everybody. Sorry.
there we go.
Let me lock. Okay, that won't happen again. What's up, Chris? How you
Hey,
doing?
Chris.
River? No, Margaritaville at sea. Robin's so glad to see you outside the cabin. I know. So it's a matter of a couple things. One, we have no equipment. We forgot it all, so we just have the computer. Two, we made some friends on the ship, and they took the background music and lowered it down so we could sit here.
Yeah.
Without that, it's kind of rough.
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to do
We
it.
had started out there, but it got too dark because they still had the music up a little bit. Yeah, we made some friends. So anyway, without the headsets and the rest of it, the equipment, which would help a little bit, we can take a little more music because the headset microphones have, again, what's called the gate on it, keeps the microphone shut until the voice here talks loud enough for it to open, so the rest of that music would stay gone. But yeah, anyway, so we're gonna maybe come out here every night. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see. Because we can't even have balcony camp.
No.
We upgraded to a balcony again. We'll talk about there in just a second. Let's get through some of these. Patricia says, please remove the Facebook link. We can't see. Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I did. Yeah, I'm a moron.
Sorry.
I
Friday
think it was-
the 13th.
Yeah, this was an older Costa ship as well. This was
Yes.
I want to say the Atlantica. Oh,
I
God.
couldn't even begin to tell you which one it was.
God.
I
Yeah,
could probably
I know
look
it
it
was.
up.
Nah, it's okay.
Okay.
I feel, I want to say Atlantica. I don't know why. Anyway, but this is about 86,000 tons, holds 2,600 people, about 1,400 crew. The one they're getting, the Fortuna, is bigger. It's about 105,000 tons. Holds, I think, about 400 or 500 people more. So, yeah, bigger ship. So, Beachcomber to me is not a good ship name. I don't know. Margaritaville at Sea Beachcomber.
I like it.
I don't think I have an opinion on it one way or the other.
I like it.
I mean, yeah, I guess Utopia of the Seas. I mean, there's some names out there that I've always questioned. Not that Utopia was one of them,
Utopia doesn't. Quantum.
but Quantum,
That
the
one.
Quantum class,
Yeah, Quantum of the
because
Seas.
it's
That
quantum
one-
years. I don't know.
Yeah, that one didn't make sense to me, but I like Beachcomber.
Anyway, all right, so let's talk.
Okay.
So I don't have the numbers in front of me, but for most of you that know, this is not, the first cruise of this ship. It's been out since late summer last year, right? So
As a matter of fact.
cell phone.
Yeah, right here.
Okay. No, I thought I heard somebody say there's a cell phone out there. I'm like,
Oh.
where's my cell phone?
Yeah.
And so it's been out for about a year now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think it was last summer that it launched, right? So there's been other videos out about this ship and different things about it and all these things. So we're probably last to the game, not first to the game, in this case. But it's more of a budget cruise line, and so you can get pretty decent deals if you search around for them, or get their little announcements, right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, so we got a pretty good deal on this, but we booked an inside cabin. Right? We're like, look, this is just going to be a quick 4-day. We may not even stream. We're just here to video the ship, and it's all good. Anyway, moving on, right? So, by the way, Bev says Atlantica. Yes.
Ah.
See, I'm completely lost, and I can't remember my effing luggage, but I can remember a ship that was bought. This ship.
Years ago.
I know. What made you finally do the Islander? I'm glad you're doing it. Hang on.
Yes.
Well, we've always talked about that we were going to do it. It was just a matter of time and finding the right deal. So that's what we're talking about. We found a good deal. So we found a good deal and we booked it. And so this cruise line, like all the other cruise lines, you can not bid, you can buy an upgrade. This one's a buy, not a bid, okay? And so I went and looked at them, and a balcony was like $100 per person more. Like, yeah. Ocean's View were like $50 more, and like, and I let it go. And so about 5 days ago, I'm like, let me go look again. So I looked again because the inside cabin we had, or most inside cabins, they have no sofa, which means if we are going to broadcast from inside the cabin, we have to sit on the edge of the bed. It's very uncomfortable. We do it, but it's very uncomfortable. She's got to bring a stool.
I do.
Footstool, excuse me, everybody. Anyway, so I went back to check 5 days later. The picturesque ocean view was now only $13 upgrade per person instead of $50. I'm like, woo, that's a win!
Yeah.
Done! So I upgraded to an ocean view for $13. And there were no balconies, so I let it go. Anyway, and so, was it just yesterday?
Yeah, I think it was yesterday.
It may have been just yesterday. If not, at the latest, the day before.
The day before, yeah.
Either yesterday or the day before. I went back to get the documents and all that stuff downloaded to print. I was like, let me check one more time. And I checked, and all of a sudden some balconies appeared. And they weren't $100 more per person. They were 20...
25.
No, 20...
Was it 25?
$23.90. You should call it $20. $20 more per person. Like, what? Done. Then we can have balcony cam,
Yeah,
and
we're gonna
we'll bring the big thing and all.
Yes.
Anyway. So for it was we added it up. It was $50 total. We got upgraded to a balcony instead of $200.
Yes.
If I had done it, a month ago.
Yes.
Right? So for $50, that's how we got our balcony. So we're in cabin 8111. You'll see our cabin tomorrow. Obviously, we're going to be doing the cabin tours tomorrow. Whether we broadcast in there tomorrow night, we'll see. I don't know. I like out here. As long as they keep the music down, we'll sit out here every night.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's get back to the comments.
Right.
Ships aren't supposed to comb a beach. It's a good name for a Costa ship, though. It's all right.
Now.
Yeah. Beachcomber was a popular TV show here in the north and over to the left side of British Columbia. Okay, you guys can argue that out. The new name should be Island Escape. Yeah, look, it's going to be Jimmy Buffett themed somehow, right? So, whatever. Look, like I said, I don't know cruise lines come up with their names. I don't know if they're all. Hey, what do you think we call it? Stefan. No, that's not good. Lagoon? No. Beachcomber. Yeah. No, I have no idea. I swear that's how some writers come up with their cool little twists and things that they write for some of the TV shows. Is they all sit in a room and get completely baked and come up with these crazy twists and ideas. Anyway, Ashley said some friends of mine were on Islander about a month ago and they loved it. It was their first cruise. Yeah. So, again, overall first impressions, guys. Really fantastic. The ship's in great shape. Obviously, all the public areas have seen attention because they had to convert it to be a, Margaritaville theme, a Jimmy Buffett theme, and so all the public spaces essentially look fresh. Some of the floor, not so much, but all the carpet, yes, but like out
the wood floor.
Yeah, some of the wood floor.
It's showing a little wear.
Some of the wood on the balconies, they've seen some better days. Some of the wood on the deck out by the pool area, it's seen some better days, but generally speaking, for a 20-plus-year-old ship, more than 20 years now, it looks fantastic.
It does.
The
It
cabins
really does.
look fantastic. Look, we can go looking for scrapes and bumps and bruises. Trust me, you're gonna find them. It's a 20-plus-year-old ship. Though I will say, the most rust I saw was from balconies.
Yeah.
From the outside of the ship, the public areas and all those things.
The public
I've
areas
really
look
seen
fantastic.
none of that.
Yeah.
I've seen a little bit on the balconies. And so, but you'll get to see some of that tomorrow, okay? But overall, embarkation was smooth, parking was great, the crew, absolutely fantastic,
Yeah.
beyond friendly,
Yes.
right? Beyond accommodating. Everybody's been great, nice. To include our new friends, Diane, Vasily, and Sebastian. Thank you very much. And so everybody's the guitarist.
I don't remember his
Oh my gosh!
name.
I'm so sorry, dude. If you're watching this,
Gosh.
come on. He plays in the lobby bar. He was in the highlights.
Yes.
So we got some really
so
cool
friendly.
footage of him.
Yeah.
Looked like drone footage.
It does.
Yeah.
Just everybody has been so approachable, very nice. Yeah.
Food, generally speaking, we haven't had a bad thing yet.
I liked everything I ate.
Yeah, me too.
To include,
Yeah.
they've got the bread that I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bread was great.
The
They
butter.
They don't
Yeah.
put it. So for the main dining, there's two sort of main dinings. There's the Finns and the Islander included. Islander is for suites and for those who have paid for the dining type package. The Islander menu, for the most part, is the same as Finn's, except there are a few different things up there on that menu.
Yes.
And so we're going to get to eat up there, I think tomorrow. And so we can let you know the difference between the two. Finn's is a lot more casual, shorts, t-shirts, things like that. Actually saw a woman in a bathing suit with a coverall on down there in Finn's. No tablecloths, that kind of stuff. And the Islander, which is, if you look at it, in any other ship, it's the same restaurant. It's
Just the upper
it's
level.
above it, and there's the open atrium. I mean, you're actually looking up at. It's just the second floor of the restaurant. On this ship, they converted it to be something completely different. But anyway, upstairs on the Islander, or at the Islander, you have tablecloths and linens and things like that. There's the Pearl restaurant, which are actually not using it full time. It's sort of an annex. They use it for special groups and stuff, but that would just get a normal sort of menu. And then, of course, there's the upscale restaurants and things like JW Steakhouse. We're not going to be eating at any of those on this cruise. Right? It's just a quick 4-day.
JWB.
JWB?
Yeah, he said JW.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
JWB.
JWB.
Sorry. Listen to her. So, there you have it.
Yes.
I don't. Maybe the next time, right? Because this is one of those ships where it's so close. Respectfully, we can find the affordable deals. So affordable, right? We can go on it for the quick getaways that we might want to take for ourselves and not broadcast every single night, right? So, and Ashley says, And now I'm going to have beverages with a friend. See y'all next time. Enjoy
Very
the beverages
nice,
with your
very
friend.
Nice. Yes, enjoy.
Be safe.
Right.
Yes. The boat on the Beachcombers series was called the Paris Phone. Persephone. I don't, whatever.
I'm not sure about that one.
The Jubilee had bumps and bruises on the third sailing. I know, right?
We were talking about that with the celebration.
Yeah, 6 months in, we went on it again for the third time. We're
and
like,
it was looking
what
pretty
have they
darn
done
beat
to our
up.
pretty ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty beat up.
Yes.
Look, you know, like when you're walking the passenger cabins, if you're looking normal, it looks great. I mean, the carpet is all new. The walls look fairly refreshed, if you will. If you look up at the ceiling, you see the bumps and the bruises, right? But generally speaking, I mean, it looks fantastic.
It does.
It's done a really
And I love their choice of decor.
Hey,
It
Kim Fan.
really looks nice.
Yeah. And mind you, look, there's a ton of videos out there. We could have watched them. We didn't. We wanted to come experience this for ourselves. We've heard people love it. We've heard people hate it. People love the food. People think it's garbage. I mean, just like any other cruise line. And so we want to come on here without sort of any sort of preconceived notions. Thank you very much. And come experience this for ourselves, to share it with you, our people who have learned how we like to cruise and stuff, so that you can get an idea of what we feel it is. And so far, it's been great.
Yeah.
Okay. Very relaxed, very chill, and of course, that's the environment they're looking for. It is a 4-day cruise. Y'all know how we feel about 4-day cruises. So far, so good.
Yes.
We'll see.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see what's going on over here. Again, Cam Fam, hello. And Danny's like, all ships do. They get rode hard. Yeah, some do. Well,
Here in
honestly,
the U.S.,
yeah.
Americans are tough on ships.
Yeah.
We really are.
We were making a comment about the Ovation of the Seas, which is 9 years old. That ship looked damn near brand new.
Yeah.
Right?
It's been in the Asian market.
We were on it for 17 days. I mean, talking about fine-tooth comb.
Yes.
We were having to try to come up with stuff that we thought were wrong with it. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's where it's been in Asia for pretty much the first 9 years. So they have taken very good care of that ship.
Yeah.
We'll see how it does now that it's coming over here. I'm afraid it's going to start to get beat up. We're just, like I said, it's pretty hard on it.
Yeah.
It's the first time on Margaritaville. It is. This is our very first time on
Yes.
Margaritaville. So far, like I said, we're excited. Embarkation was very smooth. Literally.
Very, very smooth.
10 o'clock in the line, right through security, right up to a person.
We
gave
didn't
them our
sit down
passports and stuff.
one time.
Right onto the boat.
We didn't sit down and wait anywhere, not one time.
Yeah, the longest part of it was standing there with the guy while he was
To take
taking
our
the pictures
pictures.
of the passports and pictures of us and give us our keys.
Yeah.
Which
and,
was
and even that was
3,
less
4,
than
5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you hear Jimmy Buffett everywhere? That would drive me a bit crazy, like if you heard Small World in Disney. No, we don't hear Jimmy Buffett everywhere.
No.
It's a good mixture of music.
Yeah.
We'll tell you more as we go through the cruise. Today, there's sort of two main pools. There's one with the stage with the band, and then there's the other one that has the big sort of Jumbotron. The Jumbotron was playing a Jimmy Buffett concert, and I think it was looping the concert. I don't know what it's doing now. We have to go through there on the way back. We'll check it out. And of course, we'll check it out. It's a sea day.
Yes.
Excuse me, tomorrow, so we'll be walking around a lot after we sleep off being up all night, because tonight's 3 a.m.
Tonight's
conga line.
Yes.
Yeah. We
But
warned
yeah,
our-
they play a really good mix of music.
Yeah.
I mean, they play rock, they play pop. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a really, really good
Yeah.
mixture.
And like right now, Jimmy Buffett's not on there. They were just before we started streaming. They were playing Watermelon Sugar, or whatever that song's
Watermelon
called.
Sugar High.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were playing that. That's not Jimmy Buffett for sure.
Harry Styles.
Yeah. So not overwhelming at all. So I think clientele-wise, again, guys, it's a discount cruise. This is not a premium cruise line. I won't say you would find a premium crowd on here, but you're going to be finding the likes of people you may see on Carnival or Royal Air NCL, because they're contemporaries, but again, they're on the lower end, or MSC, if you will, these days, right? So more of on the lower end of the contemporary crowd, because it's a budget cruise
And Jimmy Buffett,
and
it's
Jimmy
very
Buffett.
casual.
Yeah, yeah.
Very beachy, very casual.
And there's a lot of Jimmy Buffett shirt wearing people.
Yes.
I mean, there's a gentleman sitting right here at the bar wearing a Margaritaville shirt. So, all right. Chris says they don't play Small World on Disney cruise lines either. They play other Disney hits like Mona,
Thank
How
goodness.
Far, etc., but not Small World.
Thank goodness.
Well, they just play. I mean, Disney has got such a deep,
Yes. They've got
repertoire.
a big selection.
They've got a big selection. You don't have to play It's a Small World. But for you, Chris, dun 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 dun.
See, you had to bring it up.
Dun 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 dun. There you go.
Never mention anything you don't want to hear.
It's a small world. Oh. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I've heard that, not the song, but that phrase many times today. Of course, thank God it finally turned 5 o'clock.
Well, I mean, they've got a bar that's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, I know, right? Conga in your sleep. No, there'll be no sleeping.
Oh, we'll be awake.
Yes, we'll be walking the ship tonight.
Yes.
But it's 86,000 tons. It's not too big of a ship. So knock on wood. Wood. That's not
Wood like substance.
I
Or
don't know,
rattan.
steel. Oh yeah, rattan.
Rattan will work.
That we should be able to get it done in one night. So yeah, we'll see. So Roderick's getting out of here. Happy Father's Day. Thank you, Chief, and happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Right?
Yeah, that's
That was
right. Tomorrow is a couple of
coming
days.
up
Yeah.
on Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday, right? Father's Day,
Yes.
Sunday, yeah. So we'll be here. We'll be
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
It's a Father's Day cruise, right? So. All right. So again, we already announced tomorrow that we're going to be doing our cabins, and we got them all. There's 12 different categories on the ship. We got them all. Plus, we got some variations. Plus, the accessible cabins that they have on the ship. So 18 in total. So we're going to show you all 18 cabins tomorrow. So make sure you stand by for that. Plus, there'll be also some other special celebrations going on tomorrow. So stick around for that. And turns out, from what I understand, we're the only media people on the ship for this cruise. They seem to get a lot of social media types on the air, whether it's YouTube or TikTok, this, that, whatever. But I think
We're
we're the
flying
only.
solo.
We're flying solo, and it's such a special day. So anyway, did you already have a couple? No, nothing. I'm just normally that corny. Water.
Oh, it's been one of those days, you know.
With a Coke chaser. Yeah, look. Sometimes you just have to,
Laugh
you
it
know,
off.
laugh. What are you gonna do? I mean, there was one of two things: laugh it off and go old school and just make it work, or turn around, drive all the way back to the RV in a huff, in the traffic, grab the suitcase, drive all the way back,
And not get anything anyway. 'Cause
and pray you actually make the ship. I'm like,
that's
you know
true
what?
too.
Look, we're going old school, and we're going to rough it, and that's that. Heck, I don't even know if the internet's fast enough. So, if we went back, see, that's our luck. If I had done that, turned around, went back, and came with all this stuff, the internet wouldn't have been fast enough, and then we wouldn't have been broadcast at all. And I'm like, I got no cabins, and I drove those extra miles. And
And they took my pliers, so we got no pants.
got no pants. Oh my gosh. Chris says, personally, I love Jimmy Buffett and could listen to all his hits. Wouldn't bother me a bit. Love It's a Small World. Better than listening to The Wobble. Yeah. And of course you repeated that 3 times. We can. Small World. No, we can't. Penny says, I think somebody has a world chip on his shoulder. Yeah, nah. I'm a Beach Boy gal, like Monsters versus Addams Family. Gotcha. I understand. I understand. What's up, Valerie? How you doing?
Hey, Valerie.
If you haven't figured it out yet, Margaritaville at Sea. We're in the Islander. We're on the back of deck 9 here in the Tiki Bar and Grill.
And we left our luggage in the RV.
Yes.
So we are going old school.
There's the pool right there. The bars right there. We're literally just sitting here, just under light. We were sitting back there a little bit further, but it was a little windy. It got way darker than we were hoping for.
It did, yeah.
So that was a very stern rendition. Why, thank you very much. I did work there for a while. Drink day tomorrow. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
We gotta like go find all the little nooks and crannies. I mean, of course we're gonna be doing our tours in the middle of the night, but
Yeah,
there's so much stuff to learn,
Yeah.
right? And talk to people and hang out and do stuff anyway. All right. I know it's late. I should have done this a long time ago. But for those who have stayed this long in the video, some housekeeping notes for you. We're on the ship. We're live. We've made some new friends here on the crew. If you want to know anything at all about Margaritaville at Sea, the Islander, or any of their ships, whether it's the new one coming out, well, of course they won't know anything about the new one. Anyway, if you're with us live, you can leave a question in the chat. Obviously, that's why we do live, so we can answer your questions. If you're watching the replay, we do answer all of the questions. So go ahead and leave a question, and we will get an answer and bring it to you in the next night's live show. There's our goal to go live every night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wi-Fi permitting. We are in the middle of nowhere. You know, do they have Starlink? I'm going to go yes. I don't think this would work with any other option.
I would agree, yeah.
So.
I would agree.
But yes, housekeeping notes. Of course, you know, do us the greatest of honor. Hit that thumbs up button. Consider subscribing. Become part of the Tall Man Clan. It is free to you. Costs you absolutely nothing. And it really does help out the channel. And if somebody could please just at least help us to remember our damn luggage. Your equipment. That would be great.
That would be awesome.
Right?
That would be awesome.
If you want to help support the channel further, we also have Patreon. There's that. Okay? There you go. Thank you for the thumbs up.
Thank you so much.
All right. Chris says, sorry, not sorry, Danny. Nobody has to be sorry. You know, the funny thing was, I was telling Lisa today as we were walking around, I made it through my entire music career playing in Florida without owning one piece of Jimmy Buffett paraphernalia. I am sure not about to start buying it now. Now, I did play in a Jimmy Buffett band once. I had to gig with that band, maybe twice, but we just wore a costume or whatever, and that was that. So, nothing I had to own. But I've played all these songs a couple of times. Cabin day, drink. Oh yes. Make sure you have your beverages tomorrow. That's why we told you it's cabin day.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's a strangeness sort of thing, like the last cruise being the 17-day, Trans-Pacific, we will always let you know on day one, like today, what day 2 is going to be. And it's always going to be cabins, again, unless it's some kind of funky thing. Only because I can begin to prep the cabins now, where it takes me a lot longer to prep the decks. So they'll come in another day. Anyway, so there's that. All right. Well, look, we're going to get out of here early. And we're going to go tool around a little bit, check out this ship just a little bit here before we have to walk through it here in the middle of the night. We do like to at least look around a little bit. And we will be back again tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So as I mentioned, if you have a question, make sure you leave it in the comments, because we have a group of people here to help answer them for you.
Yes, we do.
All right? So let's see here if I can figure this out here. Probably not. You know the drill, right? We don't have to go home, but we got to get the beep up out of here. Peace.